All right, Shalom. This is Harold One Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Ka Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Havrakah Kodash Ma'ama. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick lesson dealing with a video I saw, I think last week. All right, me and the Akim in this camp, we're going over Ezekiel chapter 1. When the following night, that same night, actually not the following night, but that same night after we got off to our study, this video popped up in my options. So I want to play a clip of it. Fair use, of course, fair use, just for educational purposes. All right. This is a alleged chariot that popped up over Iran. When I saw it, it was in Chinese. China posted it. All right, a bunch of Chinese, Moabites posted it on TikTok. But later, it was said that it was in Iran, over Iran. And you can tell by the buildings in the background that it's clearly happened over Iran. All right. So I'm going to play this clip, and I want to hit some scriptures real quick, dealing with our salvation and the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that this world calls UFOs, UAPs, Foo Fighters, all right, and such. So let's play this, man. Again, this is for fair use, copyright, fair use, and educational purposes only. So check this out.
In May 2024, an extremely strange sighting has emerged in Tehran, Iran. A man was walking down.
It says multiple witnesses have uploaded this from different directions, different angles. All right.
Down an alleyway at night when he saw a green light approaching him in the sky. He took out his phone and he captured this.
Boom, you gotta keep pausing it. He saw what? A green light. All right, so it should start ringing some bells. And the reason I think it's legit, they try to say, some people said it was CGI, but I believe it's legit because of the far angles they got on it from different directions. And we know the chariots in the scriptures, one fleet was spoken of as being green or Beryl in color. All right, we're gonna get into that in a minute. But yeah, let's just play it.
این چیه دیگه تو آسمون؟
Look at that.
چه عجیبه. داره میاد جلو.
And it looked like a what? A wheel within the middle of a wheel. All right. So whether this is legit or not, it still has the same aspects of the chariot spoken of in Ezekiel chapter 1. All right. It says a wheel within the middle of a wheel, man. Look at that. Ooh, it's a green chariot, man. So what I wanted to do was, I'm going to play the video again in a second, but I want to get a couple scriptures real quick dealing with this. Next, let me go ahead and play a little bit more. Look at that, though. Ooh.
As it passes by, the first thing that someone might think is this is probably CGI. However, if only one person uploaded the video, I might believe that. But this guy wasn't the only person that captured the event. Here's another clip from another person the same night who captured the object passing by in the night sky. And then these people in the park as they look up and see the object approaching. From so many different witnesses and different videos being uploaded, there must have been something in the sky that night that everyone captured. In this slowed down footage, you can actually hear a strange noise being emitted from the object as it passes by. So what do you think? Is this UFOs? Government experimentation? Or maybe someone just has a fancy drone they're testing out in Tehran, Iran?
All right. So let me see something real quick. I think he names his number ones. He got a bunch of them in order. But he said the number one that caught his eye and attention was this one. Let's play it from here now.
The first one on the list would definitely be the green ship. At first, when I saw
Green ship. Come on, man. He said the first one that would be on his list as being legit is the green ship. Come on, yo. Let's get that real quick. All right. This is make sure you can see it. Change this real quick. All right. This is Ezekiel. Yeah, this is Ezekiel 1. Let's go to 15. All right. Actually, let's go to Ezekiel or Isaiah 66 and 5. Isaiah 66 and 5, man, because this is part of our deliverance. All right, 15, selected. It says Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, Yahweh, of course he's going to send Yahweh Shai, will come with fire, man, coming with destruction. All right. And with his chariots like a whirlwind, man. See that? That was like a whirlwind. To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So with that destruction. All right. So for by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. See that? All right. So we know. Let me get that real quick. So we know this is how the Lord is returning. All right. Let's get that. Let me get to the point. Revelation 19 and 14. This is Revelations. That's right. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, man. And that word white just means dazzling, or representing the Lord's purity and righteousness. But this was a visual aspect that he was seeing. And it just means dazzling. That don't mean that's the color of the chariot. All right, Lukos. It says what? From Luke, meaning light. So it was glowing. All right. Oh, I had another precept popped in my head. All right, so lucky. Wow, man. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so now it says here, it says what? From light, from Luke, meaning light. That's deep, man. So these chariots are going to be glowing. They're going to be what? Dazzling white. From whiteness, the brilliance of it, the brightness of it. All right. So now let's go back. 1911, Revelation 19:11. I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. So when Yahushua shows up, he's coming to make war in righteousness against the wicked, and he's the one that's going to rule with these chariots. All right, it's like Esau, his power and what he's riding upon is the power of wickedness on the left hand side. Yahushua is going to show up in his chariots. Okay. All right, so now let's go back. Play this. It's a green ship. Okay, so like my bad. It says now, Revelation 19:12. Let's get down to the point. Verse 19, chapter 19, verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. Who is that? Yahushua. And he's going to show up with those chariots. All right. So he's going to show up with the chariots and deliver the elect of Israel. So like, I'm just, there we go. So now it says 19, Revelation 19:14, and the armies which were in heaven, they're going to what? They're going to follow him upon white horses themselves, them glowing and glorified chariots. So as Yahushua is glorified, even the angels are glorified, and the chariots are glorified, and the elect are going to be glorified. All right, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So now, if you read Ezekiel, it tells you one fleet of chariots were amber in color or bronze, and another fleet was green, and they followed Yahushua. If you understand Ezekiel chapter 1, it was a meeting of two fleets of chariots of Yahweh, and Yahweh was over them, showing in Ezekiel 1 that the Most High controls the heavens and the earth, the same way he controls the angels out in heaven, even over Yahushua and the armies, and they operate and how they operate in the earth. That's what Ezekiel was seeing, and it was building. He showed, Yahweh showed Ezekiel this vision to boost his faith. All right, and to give Yahweh glory. It says, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword. That's going to be them laser beams. That with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he shall tread the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty. So Yahweh is going to send Yahushua to bring that destruction. His chariots in fire like a whirlwind. All right. That's why, you hear that sound. You know, so whether it's legit or not, it still has the aspects of what the scriptures say. That's why I think it was legit. But either way, the chariot's going to show up real soon. All right, and they're all around us. So let's go back to Ezekiel 1 and down to 15. So this is what we're supposed to be looking for, is the chariots of the Lord to start popping up in different places all over the world. All right. It says, this is Ezekiel 1 and 14. Actually, I'm starting from 13. And as for the likeness of the living creatures, now the living creatures, it tells you that what it says right here, Ezekiel 1 and 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And that word creature just means living beings, or, you know, creations. But we know the angels are alive, but they're not humans. They're not in the flesh, right? A creature, meaning what? A living thing, running, creature, green, vegetation, flowing. So alive. So these angels are alive, all right? Call them the four beasts. And Revelation speaks about the four beasts around the throne, having different offices and duties and rankings. But it says what? Alive. So these angels are alive, right? So now, because that's what real life is at in the spirit, in the fourth dimension. All right, so let's go back. So where it says creature, that bugs a lot of people out, and they start picturing four heads and all that bullshit. So let's go back down. It says, verse 13. And as for the likeness of the living creatures, all right, so what's their likeness? Now let's go back again. Ezekiel 1 and 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living beings, and this was their appearance. This was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, period. They got a period there. And if you understand language, you understand that and shouldn't come after a period. So it's like added in there. So everyone had their four faces, meaning their duties, their purposes, and four wings. So they had four chariots with them. This was a fleet of chariots behind each. So picture four lead chariots, and then each one having four chariots behind it, like two, and then two, two, and then two, two, and then two, like that. There's a formation in the sky, kind of like the V formation. And all right, so now let's get back to the point. Ezekiel 1 and 13. And as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. So he saw these angels step out of the chariots, and they didn't look like little green ET and shit, extraterrestrials. All right, because the angels are not extraterrestrials. We're going to be extraterrestrials. Well, you can say something made out in the heavens, but the angels were made out in the heavens, but we're extraterrestrial, meaning terrain or this flesh, a superhuman level of flesh, right? But the angels are spirit. As for the likeness of the living creatures, they look like men. Their appearance was like burning coals of fire, man. So they were glowing. So you know how the coal is in the midst of it, the actual object or the thing, but around it, it has that aura from the flame. So that's how the angels look. They were glowing, like on Last Dragon. I did a video on this years ago. So how did the angels look inside the chariots? They look like men. You read the scriptures where it speaks about Elijah when he was taken up. It said the horsemen. You read during the time of Yahushua being born, Gabriel was sent. He looked like a man. All the angels look like men, but they're not humans. All right, they're creatures, meaning created beings, living beings, but they're not human. They're not created from this world. All right, and like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, so it was glowing. Like I said, let's go back real quick. It's crazy, man. It went up and down among the living creatures. Let's get that, man. Sheesh. Let me get that. Let me get another blue letter open real quick so I can. All right. Let's go back to where was we at? Revelation 19, I think it was. There we go. Now where it says white horses, there you go. Revelation is 19 and 14. And the armies which were in heaven. So they were in the fourth dimension, you know, living beings, man, living in the fourth dimension. And they're armies. So their army deals with ranks, you know. It says an army, man of war, soldiers, a band of soldiers. And soldiers have ranking and order, and fleets and leaders, bodyguards, guardsmen. So they're like our bodyguards. That's why I always say they like the Secret Service. All right. And this is what Ezekiel was seeing. The bodyguards meeting up with the general, the captain of the sea, Yahushua, a body of troops in array, an armament. Ooh, man. All right. So go back. And it says, what? And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. So they're going to show up and they're going to be in those chariots as well. Yeah, the angels. They're going to follow Yahushua, what, in V formation. He's going to lead the whole way like a parade this time, man. Clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So now, let's go back right here where it says white, G3, Greek 3022. It says Lukos, once again, meaning what? Light. So these angels have a garment of light around them, pulsating, light by brilliant, brightness, brilliant from whiteness, dazzling white. So something dazzling white is you know, glowing. All right, probably pulsating. All right, so like I'm over here. I ain't even had you on the tab with me. So yeah, dazzling white. Okay, so now let's go back. Share this tab. Okay. It says, and as for the likeness, Ezekiel 1 and 13, as for the likeness of the living creatures, so mind you, Ezekiel, he saw the angels stepping out of the chariots in his vision that was given to him. All right. Of how the Most High controls the heavens and the earth and the angels and uses them to operate and protect us in this earth. The angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear Yahweh. As for the likeness of the living beings, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. See, they had that white dazzling glow. And like the appearance of lamps. There you go. All right, so the angels, they got a glow around them, man. Living creatures. Now it says, there you go. Watch this. Like, it says like lightning going up and down their sides, like a aura. The lamp, firebrand, a torch, lightning, a torch. Man, they flame on, right? Meaning to shine. You got the swag sauce, dripping swag goo. They got the flambeau. Right? So, like lightning. Like, oh man, like picture of bright light hitting the purest diamond, just glimmering. Just like it said in Revelation 19. All right. So let's go back and get to the point. So now, as the likeness of the living, Ezekiel 1 and 13, as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. See that now it should make sense. And like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, not in the chariots, but among these beings, man. Just like if you read further down in this chapter, it says Yahweh, he had a glow from his loins downward and even upward. We're going to glow in the kingdom, man. And the fire was bright. So that glow that they got around them is super bright, man. And out of the fire went forth lightning, meaning, glimmering. All right. Like I was saying, like a diamond flickers and you can't even like look at them. And the living creatures, the living beings, ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning, kind of like Flash. It was over here, then it was over there, then it was over there, you know, just moving around. Now, as I beheld the living creatures, beings, he was looking at these angels and stepped out of the chariots, came down to the earth. Remember, he said fire enfolding itself. And he saw 4 living beings inside the chariot. And now he said he saw them on the ground, outside of the chariots, and the chariots was hovering over them. All right. So now it says here, now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living being, all right, with his 4 faces. So now this again, this happened I think 592 BC. All right. Now it says now as I beheld the living beings, man, another group showed up, and I'm gonna prove it. Behold, one wheel upon the earth. Look at that. One chariot came down and hovered on the earth by the living beings to meet up with them. And this chariot, he had his 4 faces. So he had 4 chariots and with him as well, and his 4 duties. So this chariot was over everybody. And I believe this was Yahushua, me personally. Now let's get that real quick. Let me get something real quick. Let's get that. Ezekiel 10. 10 and 8. No, Ezekiel 10 and 8, not Ezekiel 8. Ezekiel 10. 10 and 8. The vision of Yahweh's glory departing from the temple. So now let's get to 10 and 8. There you go. And this kind of reiterates verse chapter 1 of Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 10 and 8, and there appeared in the cherubim. So in the cherubim, the form of a man's hand under their wings. So what's their propulsion system? What's controlling and lifting these chariots? Yahweh, the power of Yahweh. That's what it means, the man's hand, talking about Yahweh. All right, controlling the chariots. They don't need gas, they don't need fuel, none of that. And when I looked, behold, the 4 wheels, see, and when he looked, the 4 chariots, right? Not just one chariot, like it said Ezekiel 1, but it said what? The 4 chariots, the 4 wheels, they were what? They were by the cherubims, and the cherubims represent the actual angels that are in the chariot. Sometimes they call the chariots the cherubims, but I think Karabium, that's how you say it. Like Karab, mean like sword or something. So an angelic being. So these are the actual feathers. You know, Ezekiel 1 said what? Let's get that real quick. No, that's Psalms 1. So like it. Psalms 91. So this is Psalms 91 and 1. The security of the ones who trust in the Lord, man. He that dwelleth in the secret place, I mean in this truth, and under the covering of Yahweh. All right, but Yahweh of the Most High, they shall abide under the shadow or protection of the Almighty Yahweh. And the protection that He's going to set up is the bodyguards, the angels. All right, and I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress. All right, we're not going to trust in Egypt or in man. We're going to trust in what our power, Yahweh. My God, my power, in him will I trust. Surely, it's a sure thing, man. This love is a sure thing, as they say, right? um, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. So surely the Lord is going to deliver his elect from the trap of Esau, and from the noisome pestilence, all right, from the destruction. And he shall cover thee with his feathers. What does that mean? If you go down to verse 11, it says what? For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So what's his feathers? We're going to trust that his angels are going to protect us. And they shall bear thee up in what? In their hands, or into the chariots, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So once that destruction comes, which is also a trap and a snare of Esau, they try to destroy this place and depopulate. Well, the Lord is going to lift us up in those chariots. Okay. It says what? Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers. So with those chariots, right, with protection, with the angels. And under his wings, so under his chariots, his army, shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. That's going to be our confidence. All right. So yeah, man. So now, let me go back. So the cherubims is cherubim, all right, or cherub, which also means a sword, an angelic being. Wow, cherubim, as flanking Yahweh's throne. These are around Yahweh's throne. All right, so deep. Okay, so now, so under his bodyguards, under his protection, is cherubims. All right. Ezekiel 10 and 9. All right, so now, actually, yep, so now I read that already. Psalms 91 and 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers. So what? Here you go, let's go back to it. Ezekiel 10 and 9, talking about what? The cherub. And when I looked, behold, the four wheels, so the wings, the actual chariots, and then the horsemen, which represent the cherubims, all right, cherubim, the bodyguards, the angels, the angelic living beings. One wheel by one cherub. All right, so as he was looking, behold, the four wheels, the chariots that were near, meaning like hovering over him, not on the ground, but they were near him. All right. They had, remember, Ezekiel 1 said they had their four chariots with them, and they came out of the chariots, but they were meeting up with this one chariot that was Beryl. One wheel by one cherub. See that? And this was by Yahushua. So he was another angel meeting up. So he had the cherubims with their chariots, and then you had this one chariot with this angel in it, and another wheel by another cherub. And the appearance of the wheels was as the color of beryl stone. So this specific fleet or group of chariots was the color of beryl. Now I'm gonna get the color of beryl real quick. So I can. And boom, there you go. The Beryl is basically coincides with emerald. All right, beryl stone. So this is the color of this fleet of chariots. All right. He said, what? Let me go back to this real quick. I'm freezing up. So like here. I'm freezing up. All right. There you go. I do say green. That's why I wanted to leave it on that screen, man. It said, there you go. The green ship. The first one on the list is what? The green ship.
For sure. That's just like CGI, post effect. Someone added that in there. But then as I continued searching it, I saw all sorts of comments of people saying multiple people uploaded this, multiple people saw it. And I think that's when it really landed for me that this was actually real. Like this was actually cited. People, a bunch of people saw this.
All right, so let's go back. So Ezekiel 10 and 9. And when I looked, behold, chariots, or the wheels, by the four angels, one wheel by one cherub, and another wheel by another, and the appearance of the wheels was as the color of green or beryl stone. And as for their appearances, they four had one likeness, as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel. So it was a circle in a circle. Come on, man. It's clear as day. And they try to hide this from us. But let's get this real quick. Let's go back to Ezekiel 1. 15. Ezekiel 1 and 15, it says, the appearance of the wheels. So like verse 15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, see the four angels, behold, one chariot upon the earth by the living creatures, and he had what? His four faces. He had his chariots and his ranking as well. This talking about Yahushua. I believe, but the appearance of the wheels and their work. So they had work, he said make and model. So these appearance and their work was like unto the color of beryl. Okay. So it was like the color of beryl. So in their work, see what that is. I want to say. The labor, the axe, the deed, the needlework. So make and model, how it was made, the details on it. Dang, details. The chariots got detail to them. So it's not just light, but they're actually vehicles. All right. Like unto the color of beryl, Tarsus. A precious stone of semi-precious gem. Okay, so now perhaps a chrysolite, yellow jasper, or other yellow colored stone. It's talking about the green, man. We know that Beryl's talking about green. All right, because Yahushua's garment is green, Beryl. So now, let's keep going. It says, what? And the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of beryl. And they four had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. So these chariots were not bronze or amber in color. These specific chariots were Beryl or green. All right. Of course, they put yellow in the blue letter or whatever, but we know it's as green. And a wheel within the middle of a wheel. So this is what we're supposed to look for, man. Not these specific chariots, but for the Lord to deliver us. All right. And this world is not pushing that. They're pushing a new world order. Right? Or politics. Let's get Luke. I'm going to end it with Luke. I don't want to make this long. Luke 21 and 28. So I'm going to play this real quick.
Recorded footage of it and uploaded it. Now, what it is, don't know. But it's super clear. And honestly, it seems like one of the clearest UFO sightings that I've seen in a very long time. And people complain that every UFO sighting is on a old 720 camera or whatever. And then multiple people upload like HD 4K video footage of this thing flying through the sky. And it's too clear to be real. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be fake. Can't be real. Super clear. Aliens don't look that clear on camera. Everybody knows. I think it's awesome. And the fact that multiple people caught it just kind of validates and confirms there was something in the sky in Iran. My second favorite.
There was something in the sky in Iran. All right, I'm going to end it with this one, man. This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And we're seeing that, signs in the sun, CMEs, coronal mass ejections, bringing atrocities upon the earth, weather atrocities upon the earth. And the moon, you got all kind of different phases of the moon, red moon, blue moon, eclipses, lunar eclipses, the sun, solar eclipses, and all that, passing over America. Remember that? Xing out America, Babylon, with a shadow. And then the stars, right? And they even got a star that's supposed to be exploding real soon. And then you got Betelgeuse out there, that they call it. All these different stars and things happening amongst the stars. And upon the earth, distress of nations. So the same thing, chaos going to be upon the earth too. So another sign that's going to be in the sky is those chariots. With perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, man. It's going to be chaos on the earth. Men's heart failing them for fear. So that people are going to be having heart attacks. But also this is talking about their plans. Everything that they're hoping for. They're going to start doubting it. And they're going to see it. That there's a takeover happening from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, man. It says fear is going to be in the way. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. So the planets out in space are going to be shaken. Scriptures say the earth shall reel to and fro. So even in the heavens and upon the earth, the powers upon the earth are going to be shaken out of their place. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory, man. Come on, man. We about to witness this. That's why we pray to the Lord that the Lord allows us to witness it and to see the destruction of the downfall of our enemy and the uplifting of the children of Israel. Just like Jeremiah was blessed to see it, or Daniel was blessed to see it. All right, the Lord blessed Daniel to see the deliverance, the captivity of Israel in Babylon, and for us being sent back into our land under the Persians, right? At the 539 or 538 BC. So it says what? He's coming in a cloud, used of the clouds, which led the Israelites in the wilderness. So the Lord going to deliver the children of Israel again. All right. From this captivity. It says what? And the Lord is among them, right? Let's get that real quick. Oh man, where is that? No. All right, so Salaki, man, my internet cut off. I don't know what the hell happened with this shit. But let's see what's up. Damn. All right, so hopefully it didn't glitch or anything, but I'm gonna still try to post it. All right, so Psalms 68:17. All right, Psalm 68:17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels, right, glowing. And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place. All right, so now, where it says, go here, Luke 21. 28. Actually 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory, as I read in Revelation 19, with the angels following behind him. All right, at his charge. Yahweh Shai is going to be leading the charge. And what did Yahweh say? He's going to get his angels charge over us. 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, we're seeing it beginning to come to pass, especially with the MOTB, they pushing that NID system towards the end of the year, National Identification System. So you see what they're moving towards. So we're in that time where it's time to look up. All right, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. So we're about to be redeemed, man. That time coming. So yeah, man, I just wanted to go through this real quick. This lesson dealing with these chariots. He said his number one video was this one right here. There you go. Yeah, this one.
Someone added that in there. But then as I continued searching it, I saw all sorts of on the list would definitely be the green ship. At first, when I saw this clip, I thought for sure that's just like CGI, post effects. Someone added that in there. But then as I continued searching it, I saw all sorts of comments of people saying multiple people.
So yeah, man, then look up, man, because our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. All right. So now I'm gonna wrap this up, man, because this internet is tripping. I'm at 52 minutes, I think, anyway. But then I'm gonna say, Shalom, I hope it was edifying. Trying to get used to this damn computer situation here. But hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatham. Keep the thing pushing.